G'day guys. This one's more directed at normies and people that got sucked into the left-right thing. So you know, politically, society's split. Mainstream society is split down the middle in two groups, the left and the right. When you study that, it looks like they're actually both on the left, but that's a whole other thing. So it's just a division that's been created on purpose to polarize society and destroy communities. Because when we're weak, we're easy to control. And when we're confused and busy arguing with each other, we can't do anything about what's actually happening. So that's the whole trick. But I do see a problem that the left might not be calculating. And it's a dangerous problem. It could actually lead to some pretty horrific stuff. It has historically. So that's what I see, and that's why I'm saying this. You've got a weird thing that the internet's created, like internet culture and Facebook and MySpace and all that stuff, where you can say whatever you want online and there's no physical repercussions for it. Now, back in the day, if you said, you know, that guy's a dickhead at school, you might get punched in the face. So you learn when to keep your head down, you learn how to handle people, you learn social skills, and you learn how to basically keep everyone happy and exist in a society where people don't all see eye to eye and agree on everything, without it leading to violence firsthand. But now that everything's online and, you know, you've got your online games where you just call each other names all day and that kind of thing, it creates this false bubble. So there's a lot of people that hold pretty extreme views, left and right, that are in their own little echo chambers, bubble things, that don't really get punched in the face ever for saying, you know, radical stuff. Stuff that you, if you said in the schoolyard, for instance, you would. If you said it down at the pub, someone would punch you out, and you'd rethink why you thought that in the first place. And maybe I don't want to voice that so strongly next time. But because there's no repercussions for it, people have gotten more and more extreme, left and right. And I just wanted to warn the left, I suppose, because you guys are actually in a lot of danger. You don't realise that what you're saying, there's going to be physical repercussions for it at a point when you get to critical mass and you piss off enough people. When the guys, at the moment you've got, you know, 20% on the right, 20% on the left saying and believing extreme ideologies. And there's a horseshoe effect. There's a thing called horseshoe theory where those two political extremes end up actually looking very similar. Look that up. It's very interesting. And if you look it up on Google, it'll say it's not real, which makes it's probably real. But when you piss off the people in the middle, this is the dudes that just want to get left alone. If you've seen the black-pilled Devon Stacks video that he did on Office Space, the movie, it's Nice Until We're Not. Look that up. This is the kind of thing that I'm talking about. Once you piss off those people in the middle that just want to be left alone, they're all going to defect to the right. They're not going to follow to the left because you know, strong men don't naturally go that way. They're always going to go to the right because they're going to go towards logic rather than love and feelings. That's just how it wired. So naturally, you're going to get that chunk in the middle, that 50% of real strong dudes that just want to be left alone, basically, all pulled over to the right. So you're going to have, at that point, you've got critical mass. And at that point, you've got mobs, like street mobs. Like the Black Lives Matter stuff would look like nothing compared to this. Because these people, and I know a lot of the people on the right. I'm a Christian, I'm a pacifist. Jesus has showed me how to pray for my enemies and love those who persecute me, turn the other cheek, blah, blah, blah. But unfortunately, there's a lot of guys on the right that do not have that. And these are very dangerous people. And when you piss them off, they will kill you. I'm not trying to make threats or scare anybody. I'm just telling you how it is. There you go, mate. I'm just telling you how it is. These people that you're going directly against and calling names are actually extremely dangerous. And once society collapses and there's no policeman or government agency to try and hold them off of you, they're going to come and curb stomp you. And I'm not like exaggerating or making things up. These guys are really pissed off. And you're creating that. The whole left thing has created that because they've controlled like government media, Hollywood, all of that stuff for so long, these guys on the right just have so much anger and frustration. They're ready to burst. And when they do, it's going to be a really scary thing. And there's not going to be any stopping them. This is what happens in the past, is right-wing death squads, right? And nobody can stop it. There's no power that can get in the way of that. Once you've got critical mass on the right, they just roll through entire cities and just wipe out the left and just kill you all. And you're doing that by being so extreme on the left and not trying to see anybody else's point of view, not trying to understand anyone else's ideologies, just being like, trans kids and like we support. It's going to end up like supporting pedophiles essentially, because you're fighting, love is love. You follow that road and you're going to end up fighting for pedophile rights. Everyone on the right's just going to come and kill you all for being pedos and supporting that. The extreme progressivism is very, very dangerous. And if you've got blinders on and you've been, you've gone to uni or whatever and you've just been brainwashed with that stuff, you're going to end up so far left and so far an extremist. And you won't be labelled an extremist by mainstream, thinkers. But you are. You're essentially exactly what the mainstream, what the right-wing extreme is. You're the left version of that, which is just as, crazy. And you're going to get wiped out. So just think, stop, try and see other people's point of view a bit more, try to realise that bubble isn't going to last forever, that face to face, when you scream at people and call them names, they're going to hurt you. When you go and label everyone that disagrees with you, a Nazi or whatever, there's going to be people that are going to physically come and hurt you. And when that critical mass happens, when the middle go to the right, I'm talking these right wing guys that I'm talking about, the dangerous ones. One of them will take out 10 of you without blinking. They're very, very angry, and they're getting more angry by the day. The more silly the West gets, the more just dumb the COVID rules, all the brainwashing, all the mainstream things that make you guys upset. The more ridiculous they get, and the more rabid you get, the more anger builds up inside of them, and they're holding it in at the moment, but I can see it, and it's making me worry. So pull your head in, guys, and just start, thinking a little bit more. How do we bridge that gap, rather than just screaming at them and calling them names, because you're going to get your teeth kicked out. God bless.